you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all time. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you so much.
Glory to God. All glory to God. The general election, presidential, revealed so many things to Nigeria, and I thank God for that. I thank all the foreign powers who commented on the election and condemned the integrity of the election. I thank all Nigerians, especially for the way they treated Labour Party. I am very grateful. In fact, I am happy to know how the Southeast, the Labour Party, is taken from the result of that election. Not the result announced by the INEC, which everybody knows is fraudulent. But what we saw, Labour Party winning Lagos, winning across the country, getting meaningful vote across the country. Some people who believed they were rejected are thinking differently now. And the future for Nigeria is brighter by far. I do not believe that Tinubu, my friend, will be sworn in as president. If that is done, it will be disaster. But I think this thing has opened the eyes of Nigerians. We thank the Yoruba, we thank the Hausa, we thank every group in Nigeria for this openness. We are Nigerians. I think that's the message. Don't mind the manipulation that makes people become dead. Well, anybody who knows Nigeria knows it is impossible, especially with the controversies around the Muslim ticket. So I am grateful to God that this happened. I will go and renegotiate with my youths, the youths of the Southeast, and open their eyes to see that this thought of being rejected doesn't exist now. Nigerians consider every Nigerian, and it is no longer necessary to look for anywhere else to go. I think we will have Biafra inside Nigeria. The same kind of Biafra they had during Okpara, both Biafra and Odua, all kinds of groups can now, with restructuring, belong to Nigeria.
So in the event that, because we can't be presumptuous with regards to, we can't presume the ruling of the courts if indeed the Labour Party goes ahead to, Labour and the PDP goes ahead to the tribunal. In the event that on May 29, the president-elect is sworn in, he said that he promised to industrialize Anambra State. He's made some key promises to the Southeast, particularly in the area of industrialization. In what ways would you want the Southeast represented in a Tinubu administration?
There will be no Tinubu administration. God in heaven knows it. And if there's Tinubu administration, there will be no Nigeria.
Okay, that's quite a heavy statement. At present, he is the president-elect, and we have been, sir, as an elder statesman, we have been enjoined to speak, words that wouldn't further heat up the polity. And so, whilst we understand your personal viewpoint, we also recognize the fact that substantially, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the president-elect of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and barring any court judgment, he would be sworn in on May 29. So in the event that he does emerge, what would happen?
I don't know. I don't know. I believe in God, and it doesn't appear to be the will of God that Tinubu should rule Nigeria. God does not hate Nigeria. But if it happens, well, we'll be here. Some people were saying things that are very annoying. They say, go and get your visa. That it will never come to that. It will never come to that. The law is clear. Even the declaration of Tinubu as winner is illegal. I'm not a lawyer, but I know how to read what is written down in English. So I read it and I found that it is not illegal. So,
but Dr. Ezefe, the reality is, barring any legal implications or legal judgments, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is president-elect, and we must learn to deal with that, because a lot of people will see your statement as inciting that says he will never be president. He is president-elect as we speak, and that's the reality on ground. And we must be able to reiterate that as much as possible.
The reality on the ground is that following INEC actions, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is president-elect as declared by INEC. That truth cannot be doubted. It is true. And then the question is, assuming nothing happens, and May 29 comes, and he swears he is sworn in, how do I see him performing, helping everyone? Oh, I don't know. He has many people whom, if he cannot do the work, he can delegate to some other people. But I think we have seen enough of such delegations. And I think we have enough people in this country that we should get the right person to do work for us.
Okay. Dr. Ezefe, I'd like to now ask you this. Peter Obi ran a very, robust campaign. He picked up votes in places, that people will never expect him to pick up votes, doing quite well in some states, even in the deep north. The question will be, with all of this momentum that has been built now by the Nigerian people, how would you want them to proceed from here? And what would you be your advice to proceed from here?
In fact, my advice is that trusted senior experts should be gathered together to look at the election and propose ways of getting out whatever problems that is on the way. We cannot invite our young men to come and tear down the little that has been built. We cannot be so irresponsible as to look at big things and pretend they are not there, problems are not there. So I tell the truth a little bit. I know that what I may see as truth may not be right. So I would suggest that we pray to God to take over the running of our country for us by supplying us the kind of men like Obasanjo and T.Y. Danjuma, like Aya Debanjo, like Edwin Clark, so many people who can come together and do a solution to this, give a solution to this problem. But if we just ignore it and say INEC has spoken, we may be in trouble.
Even a blind man can confirm that this is a very big scam, that INEC has already showed to the whole world they are not competent to conduct election. Now, find out most of the results they are bringing, the dates is about 23. They have already loaded the server. And Mahmoud promised Nigerians that they will be transmitting direct to the server. Watch what is happening here now. It is now they are doing presidential election. You now see they're telling you this one has a fault, this one has a fault. So to me, if they don't do the right thing, they want to set the country into a very big problem.
Every Nigerian is aware that the election was manipulated. Most of the results, over 90% of results, were doctored in favor of a candidate who is not accepted by Nigerians. And everybody across the country, across the world, is aware that the election we just had was mostly manned by the youth of this country. And the youth knew who they wanted, and they knew who could serve them in a way that every Nigerian will have a sense of fulfillment.
When we started this thing, all of us were angry, we were not happy. But from the day of election, when we were there, I personally supervised as an INEC observer. So as an INEC observer, I supervised election. Election was free and fair. There was no issues of hijack polling units, ballot box, ballot paper, voting whatever. Everything was calm.
To be honest, I am not happy because the way the things are going in Nigeria. Because I believe that this is the time of Igbo to rule. Yoruba has ruled, Hausa has ruled. Now is the time of Igbo to rule. They should give it to them. So if they know they are not going to give it to us, they should divide the country.
This is a national shame and embarrassment. If you check people who are happy, it's about 5% out of 100. And they are close allied of Tinubu. I want to express my ill feelings. Does it mean that we cannot get things right once in Nigeria? The process of this election will be following it. And Mahmoud promised free and fair election. The President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, promised free and fair election. In his words, he said, if I did not do anything for Nigeria, let me give Nigeria free and fair and credible elections. But now, the election process started. In various polling units in Nigeria today, there were no election at all. But the result has been uploaded already.
Well, in a way, I accept that. You remember what happened in 2015 when oppositions teamed up against our beloved president, then Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, till today. And I don't know about the next 20, 30 years to come. Nobody has beaten its record. Yes, if the opposition had come up before now and teamed up as they did in 2015, definitely they would be able to push off the incumbent government. But be that as may, everybody, in spite of that, we are all aware that, look, Nigerians know who won the election.
El-Rufai is a ruler, He's not a leader. And everybody knows that they didn't perform. They only did there to loot money and park inside the warehouse and other things. Are you expecting somebody like El-Rufai or Ganduje to win election in free and fair election? No. Or to be Bola Tinubu has already conquered Lagos and tie Lagos, put inside his pocket. People are tired of all those gambaru they are doing. We are tired of those things.
What happened in Lagos is he teach a Lagosian, the citizen of Lagos State, a kind of because when you are welcome your visitor, you must give a kind of demarcation that there will be a day that will be an issue for both of you. So because we over-welcome, we over-pamper, we know what happened in Southwest and we know what happened in Southeast. Because there's a video claim that an INEC officer was taking hand of an old woman in Southeast to thumbprint on Labour Party. I witnessed that and I have it as an evidence. But we give glory to God Almighty because we are the winner, they are the loser. And we give grace, we give glory to God Almighty that gave us the grace. It's only the grace we have.
Hunger and starvation that is in Nigeria can lead to anything. My advice to INEC is to do the needful, but give the Nigerians exactly the persons we vote for. Bring them out. Don't be bringing a Babylon to come and govern Nigeria part 2. Nobody will accept that.
I was watching AIT this morning. Some people brought a result from INEC server, AIT this morning. What did we saw there that they said they have uploaded? It's a face of a woman, not a result. It's in the public domain. AIT this morning. Let me tell you something. The promise that INEC gave, and according to the letter art, states that as you are voting, it is going straight to the INEC portal. But now, in some cases, they were using manual, and that is where the rig started. Because I've never seen any credible election that come out of manual in a segmented country like Nigeria.
So no state in Nigeria that we lose that we don't have above 25%. We give glory to Almighty Allah because we have the grace. It is the grace that we have that gave us the edge above others. Because there are lots of Kibanki, Grimakai, and enviousness. Because I was not expecting former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, which means, as at yesterday, the press release he made yesterday shows where he belonged to. It's not a Yoruba man.
They have bastardized judiciary. The present government have bastardized judiciary. Supreme Court will give order, they don't obey it. Is it the court you are waiting to go for? What are you going to get there? You can't get any redress from that such a court that have been bastardized.
But that's the legal way to get justice. If you
Let me tell you, when there is pure separation of powers in operation in a country, but when the executive has suppressed other arms of government, not to operate the way they should operate, they are reporting to the executive. Judiciary is taking orders from executive. House of Assembly is taking orders from. They are rubber stamp. So how can it work? It can't work.
All the Dick and Harry, and we are going to establish that as from next week Monday. All the Odua nation, we are going to stage war against him in Abeokuta. It's only his mother that's from Abeokuta. His father is not from Abeokuta. You understand me? We are going to stage a war against him. We respected him as an elderly person. But by him to utter, because when he was in government, he conducted election for late Yaradua. So even the election conducted for late Yaradua was not even better for President Muhammad Buhari. He now called out President Muhammad Buhari to cancel the election that was free and fair.
There are two things you will do to get a solution. There is carrot and there is stick. There is radicalism and there is dialogue. If you walk through dialogue, it didn't work. You use radicalism. Revolution has caused a lot of things. It has brought things that are supposed to be to come to reality. In most cases, revolution has been an answer. Dialogue also has been an answer. But revolution is when people are pushed to the wall and they don't know what to do again. They resort to self-help to bring the leaders accountable. And I'm happy because the international organizations are watching. And you can have you have seen the comments. You have had the comment of the international observers.
All what we want is to let INEC do the needful. Unless the man himself, I don't want to say anything, rather, if he put Nigeria into problem, he follow and suffer it. let it do the needful by giving Nigerians, give us real results. Almost of them are bringing us a fake result. They're bringing out. It's a fake result.